Hey y'all, Gramma here. Y'all, I am blessed. That's all I can say. I had an accident yesterday. A bad accident yesterday. And look here. I'm talking about it. I'm standing. No bones broken. A couple of bruises and that's it. But let me show you what happened. Let me turn the camera around and I will show you what happened. And I'll tell you about what was happening and when it happened, when the accident happened, what I was doing and where I was. So you can get some kind of idea of what is going on here. So now let me turn the camera around and show you. This looks normal, right? All my chickies, all my chickies. Look up here behind the chickies. Do you have any concept of what this is? There. Do you remember, has anybody watched my videos enough to remember the great big oak tree that was in my backyard? Do you see that stump? That's what's left of that oak tree. It fell. And I was in my chicken coop. I was in my run, taking care of the babies, trying to get one of the stray babies back inside the gate so I could close it up to be with Mama last night. And the tree fell. Do you see those limbs right there? This great big, the trunk? That is lying on top of what used to be on my little brooder coop. And there's the chicks, the chickens and the chicks. And they're out because the tree came down on top of that coop and let them out. I was 6 inches away from that, 5 inches maybe, away from this trunk. On my hands and knees trying to get that little baby back inside, and that tree fell down. And I was trapped under all these branches. My phone didn't work. Couldn't get, the cell tower was down or something. I don't know what was going on. The phone wasn't working. I tried to call my neighbors. I tried to call anybody that I could think of because I had my phone with me. Thank God I had my phone with me. So I had my phone with me. I was trying to call out. I couldn't get anybody. Finally tried to call my daughter-in-law. I didn't call my daughter-in-law first because she lives about 20 miles away from me, if that. Not too far, but still, she wasn't really close. So after I couldn't get my closest neighbors, I tried to call my daughter-in-law. And I got through, but she couldn't hear me. So she called me back and was able to talk to me. And I told her that the tree had come down and to send some help because I was trapped under all of this. This netting, can you see the netting? Okay, I have the netting on the top of my run to keep the chickens out and the predators in. Well, when the tree came down, it pulled everything down on top of me and the netting was pinning me down. All of these branches were pinning me down. And my daughter-in-law was able to call someone that she knew that lived relatively close to me, and he came. And his chainsaw didn't work. So I was able to tell him where my loppers were, and he got out here with the loppers and worked on this. And then he called 911 and got the ambulance to come. So between him and the ambulance drivers and other people, they were able to cut away all of this stuff. You can see down in here, that area right in there where the chickens are right now is where I was lying. On the ground. The only thing that I could see, you see that the bend in that branch right there? That was right in front of my head. I could see that. I had no idea that that trunk was that close to me. Y'all, it's a miracle. It's a miracle that I am here, standing here, really recording this video. I should have been dead. If that tree had fallen 5 inches to the left, it would have crushed me. So, people will be coming at some point to get the rest of this tree down and clean up all the stuff. Look at the grapevine. Pretty cool. In the middle of this, I'm showing you grapes. Look at that. Look at the grapes in the grapevine. These were all up in the top of the tree. I didn't know. I had seen a few grapes on the ground, but I had no idea there were this many. But anyway, I wanted to show this to you because just me being here, standing here recording this video right now is a miracle. And I think they have a purpose in life. There's a reason why I should be here and why I survived this. So let me get back to the house. There's nothing I can do here to clean this up. It's gonna take some professional people to come in here to get this all cleaned up. So go back and take care of my... Oh, I didn't... One other thing. So I said the ambulance came. So the ambulance... the back of my neck hurt. So they put me in a C-collar and got me on a gurney and took me to the hospital. Went to the emergency room and I was checked out, x-rayed. I did not have a broken bone. I didn't even have a scratch. I have 2 bruises. I have a hematoma on my right arm. Where something, because my right arm, the right side of my body was toward that trunk of the tree. So something, a limb or a branch or something hit my arm. And so I've got a bad bruise on my right arm. And my left ankle, which was underneath me, it was just weird, is not actually sprained, but it's close to sprained. So I've got some ace bandages on my ankle and I'm wrapping up my arm. But other than that, other than 2 bruises, I walked away from this. This enormous tree, you see that up in there? This enormous tree fell. That tree trunk right there missed me by 6 inches. I am a walking miracle. That's all I can say. So in the middle of all of this, we had it was a torrential downpour. Rain, really hard. But the wind wasn't really that hard. We have no idea what made that tree fall. Except it was just its time to fall. But it was a torrential downpour. I was soaked to the skin. And they had to cut my clothes off me in the emergency room. And so I went to my daughter-in-law's house, spent the night at my daughter-in-law's house last night. And I've just come home. It's about 8:30 this morning, and I just came in and had to come back here and be sure my chickens were okay. Because that's how crazy I am. I'm a crazy chicken lady. So look down here. Here's the mamas and the babies who are eating the chick. They're eating the chick starter that I've sprinkled down there for them. And they survived this too. After having that tree trunk fall down on their coop, they survived it also. So, bye y'all. See you next time.